Now on KGW News, Portland's new plan to clean up the city.
He comes out with emergency this, emergency that. All it is talk. Nothing gets done.
The emergency order to tackle trash, graffiti, and abandoned cars. Plus,
anyone who gets pills from anywhere other than a pharmacy should assume that they are counterfeit.
Health leaders step up the warnings as fentanyl deaths now outweigh overdoses from other drugs.
And we're just 1 week out from Oregon's primary. The change to look for to make your ballot count. Your news starts now.
And good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm David Molko.
And I'm Laurel Porter. We are starting tonight with some heartbreaking news. Beaverton police say they have found the body of a missing teenage girl. 13-year-old Milana Lee was first reported missing yesterday. This afternoon, her body was found in a stream by Barrows Park in the Progress Ridge area. Police are considering her death suspicious.
Now, Lee was a 6th grader at Conestoga Middle School. In a letter to parents, the school's principal said extra counselors are going to be available for both students and staff tomorrow. They are asking anyone with information on Lee's death to please contact Beaverton Police. We'll stay across that one for you. Also developing tonight, Portland's mayor is declaring yet another state of emergency, one he calls, quote, common sense to finally deal with trash, graffiti, and other eyesores that just seem to keep piling up.
Mayor Ted Wheeler says over the last 2 years, the situation has gotten worse, and they want to do a better job cleaning things up. Our Alma McCarty spoke with Portlanders about the plan. Alma?
David, Laurel, this particular plan is aimed at waste and debris unrelated to homelessness. There are already emergency declarations related specifically to homeless camps and their cleanup. In this latest action, the mayor is activating a specific office and chain of command to streamline trash pickup, but people I spoke with have mixed feelings on whether it will work.
You don't have to go far to find it.
I'm just tired of it. Nobody has done anything.
Piles of trash, hazardous waste, abandoned cars, and graffiti.
It's a lot to take on. It's a huge project. I mean, we're not just talking like 1 or 2 places.
Many Portlanders, like Angie Toops, are fed up.
They just dump it right here, or right here, or right there.
In southeast Portland, this stretch of Knapp Street is littered with debris, though Angie tells us it's looking much better than it did a week ago.
Oh, that's nothing. Oh, I'm not kidding you guys. It would be piles and piles and piles. It was disgusting. It was gross.
Closer to Lentz Park, Todd Littlefield describes a similar situation.
It's ridiculous. It's unexplainable. It's unfair. They don't care.
A new emergency declaration from Mayor Wheeler intends to centralize a pretty decentralized system to address the problems.
This is just common sense.
His office is launching the Public Environment Management Office and appointing a director, Christine Leon, a manager with PBOT.
It puts one centralized command structure over 20 different city programs and 8 different bureaus, which are currently managed by 5 different members of the Portland City Council.
It's more than just about picking up the trash and making it look pretty. It's about getting to know one another.
Sabina Erdis is the executive director of the East Portland Collective. It's a group that, among other things, organizes trash pickups. She hopes the city recognizes the progress groups like hers have already made.
So many groups and so many people are already making good efforts and doing a lot of community building in the process.
Others, like Littlefield,
Can decide that we have an emergency trash situation. This should have been addressed the first day he was in office. Why it wasn't, you gotta be kidding me.
remain skeptical that the city's actions will truly make a difference.
The city does not care. I've called the mayor's office 36 times. I've talked to everybody in all those bureaus, PBOT, neighborhood improvement, all these people, they do nothing.
All right, this emergency declaration goes into effect tomorrow. The 3 others dealing with the homeless crisis will be renewed as well. Laurel?
We'll be watching to see how things look down the road. Thank you, Alma. Now let's get you caught up on tonight's other headlines. A woman is in custody tonight after this crash on I-5 on the bridge. ODOT says the crash followed a police chase in the northbound lanes of I-5. A pickup with a trailer attached was involved. No one was killed, but there were injuries. The crash had the interstate blocked during rush hour, creating long backups. Vancouver police took a woman into custody who ran from the scene. We are still working to learn if she'll be charged and why police were chasing that truck in the first place.
Beaverton police have identified the high school student they say was behind the wheel in a deadly crash. Investigators say 18-year-old Xavier Denzel Rodriguez ran a red light on April 27th at TV Highway and Murray and hit a Washington County deputy's vehicle. Now, Rodriguez, a Southridge High School student, remains in the hospital. Along with that deputy, police say 4 other Southridge students were in Rodriguez's vehicle. 2 of them died.
For the first time since March, Oregon gas prices hit a record high today at an average of $4.85 a gallon. That's according to AAA. The most expensive gas is in the southern parts of the state, topping $5 a gallon in several counties. The national average also hit an all-time high at $4.37 a gallon. Let's talk about the election, because right about this time next week, we will be reporting some big results from Oregon's primary.
Now, from governor to a new congressional seat to Portland city commissioners trying to hang on, there is a lot of buzz over key races here. So let's bring in Catherine Cook. Catherine, one of the big questions with the primary, especially in a midterm year, is whether the buzz is actually going to translate to more people casting their ballots.
Well, David, as of tonight, Multnomah County is reporting 9% voter turnout with just over 50,000 ballots counted. That's trending about the same as it was 4 years ago and 8 years ago. Elections officials say that means we could get up to about the 30% range. And if you haven't filled out your ballot yet, you can expect quite a few changes.
In Multnomah County,
well, it's a week before Election Day.
Elections officials are primed.
This is what we do
for the primary.
We always get a little excited.
Tim Scott is director of elections for Multnomah County. He hopes voters know about several changes this election. First, the big one.
Postmarks do count in Oregon now.
You heard right. If your ballot is postmarked on Election Day, it'll count. Washington's been doing that for years. Just remember to drop your ballot in the mail before pickup on Election Day. You can still drop it off in a ballot box until 8 p.m. election night.
Me, I always bring mine down the day of the election. Okay, and then that's going to be...
Glenda Riles isn't sure what to make of the new postmark option. She's worried it might impact early results on election night.
I could sit at home and watch the crawl across the bottom of the TV screen and see the results. But this way you have to wait few days, you know.
I don't really see much of a delay happening at all.
Scott says he isn't sure how many people will mail their ballots on Election Day. For one,
we've never done it in Oregon.
But here's what he does know. Historically, they get about half the county's ballots by mail. That means by 8 p.m. election night, they have results from about 65% of the vote, often enough to call a race, but not always.
So if there's a close race, we're not going to know how it's going to play out for several days and possibly weeks. I mean, that's been the way it is with vote by mail for many years.
Now, let's take a closer look at the ballots for more changes. First, the envelope size. It's much bigger. And the color? Now it's purple. And here's a change that's sure to throw some people off. No more secrecy sleeves. A move to save paper, money, and processing time.
Their vote is still private. This is all through an approved process with the Secretary of State's office. There's a privacy weave on the inside of everyone's return envelope so that people won't be able to see how they voted.
And that's about it for changes this election. Did you lose count?
It seemed like there were about at least 3 things that were different, and that might have been too much to have 3. One we can handle.
Don't worry. We've still got a week to figure it out.
We can do this, guys. Again, everyone should have received their ballots by now. If you haven't, be sure to call your county elections office. You still have time to order a replacement ballot and pick it up. David?
You know, plenty of time. Thank you, Catherine, for that. To reiterate here, yes, you can still use those drop boxes with an 8 p.m. cutoff time on Election Day. We have got the list. We made it really, really easy. Just text the word election to the number on your screen, 503-226-5088, and we will send you a link to find drop box sites near you.